Hello everybody, it's Donna. I wanted to go live on my phone because it's not working as well on the computer. So I thought I would see if I could set it up so that we can see each other and, and it looks okay. So it doesn't look too bad. So let me know what you think, okay? So I hope everybody is well. We're going to be using Tarot Doodle-Nui. So it's Tarot of the Night, okay? Alrighty, so I got that. I think I have everything set up. Let's see, what else do we need? Hi, C. McKissick, and hi, MR. Okay, so, oh, okay, I just got to turn down the volume over here because I'm getting some feedback. There we go. And just going to take me a couple of minutes to get everything set up as usual. Let's see here. I just want to pull it up and I have to pull up PayPal, okay? There we go. There we go. So I hope everybody, like I said, is well. Okay. There we go. Okay, so live chat. Okay, so the live chat is there. I can read it because I can't read it on my phone. It's kind of far away. So I can see it, but I can't read it that clearly. So just want to make sure I have another option to read it. So yeah, I do. Okay, so I am going to pull up PayPal. Now, did you guys get a notification? I did not get, none was emailed to me. So I put it in the chat thing. You know, where in our notifications, in our community thing, I put it there. So I hope it helped. Okay. Hi, Shirley. Nice to see you, my dear. Okay, so I'm going to get the donation link now. Now, in the description, the donation link is very weird. So, and it doesn't make sense again because I copied and pasted it. So yeah. Here we go. So pin message. Okay, so that's done. I will try to remember to look at my phone while we're doing this. I may have to adjust it next time, maybe put it closer to where I have the chat so I don't look like I'm looking away from you guys all the time. Maybe I can pop out this chat. I can't. And put it over here so it's a little bit better. Whoops. Sorry. There. That's a little bit closer anyway. All right. I'm doing good, Noella. So here we go. All righty. So we have PayPal set up. Yeah, we have PayPal set up. Everything is good there. And we have, okay. And MA, I got your donation, or MR, sorry. Let's see, MR times 1. Okay, so you have a question, MR, you can go ahead. I've got a candle set, I've got a crystal ball. Sit over this way a little bit. There we go. does T feel about your work performance and skills and overall you? Okay. So we have the Three of Swords, Ten of Wands, Justice, Queen of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, and Page of Swords. So I believe, you know, they know you do good work. They know you know what you're doing. That's not a question, okay? So they know that they know you're doing well, they know all that kind of stuff, but they're still not feeling you, okay? So they're still not trusting you completely. As far as your work goes, that's not an issue. But you personally, they're not quite trusting you as of yet. It feels that they just don't know what to make of you sometimes. And maybe that's their own insecurities coming up. I'm not sure what that is, okay? But I wouldn't worry too much about it. Do what you do it well, and just try to analyze if there's anything that you could improve that might help as far as a personal relationship. You know, like, is there any way that you can make them, care about you more, or be more of a friend, or can you ramp up that personal kind of, if you want, but yeah, they do like you, and they do care about you. That way, they see you're a good person, but they're not trusting you for some reason. Okay. So thank you, MR. Hello, so Payne. I don't know what's going on with the chat, with all the names like coming up. I'm gonna have to kind of try to figure that out. So yes, so I did post and I did pin the donation link. So if you would like to donate, go right ahead. It is donation only, okay? If you are a member, so if you are a channel member, you can get a free yes or no question on every live that I do that has readings, okay? So the minimum that it would cost you to join as a member for Northstar Tarot channel is $3.99 Canadian per month, okay? So it's like a cup of coffee a month, all right? So, and then you get, every time I go live, you can get a free yes or no question. So if you want to look at it that way, it is a good deal, okay? So there you go. And there's no strings attached. You can unsubscribe anytime, or leave the membership anytime you want, okay? All right, so thank you, MR. I'm just going to bring that up. Hope everybody's well. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hi, Lisa. You'll have to let me know your name, okay? Because I don't know what these what's going on with YouTube handles right now. Hi, Coco Baby. Nice to see you. Oh, thank you. Yeah, thank you very much. So, just waiting for your question, MR. I'll have a sip of my coffee. So I made a nice decaf coffee, and I also have something cold because it is hot. Can you expand? If it's thoughts of you, if she's envious, can you expand as to how and why? Okay. So much hair around here with those two cats. It's everywhere. I try so hard. Temperance. 4 of Cups. 10 of Wands. Okay. So I think that she is envious. She's envious of where you've gotten. Okay, so where you are in your career. So that's the envious part. Okay, I think she would like to be where you are, and she would like to do her job confidently, like you do, because you do your job very, very confidently. You know you're good at your job, and I don't think that is something you really worry about. So I'm going to say that for sure, okay? She also looks at how other people react with you or interact with you. And I think that is part of the envy, or that could be jealousy, okay? So the interaction you have either with coworkers or people that come to you for what they need, I think that's where jealousy comes into play, okay? So you're strong, they like working with you, or they like you working for them. You know what I mean? So they like that interaction with you, and they make that known. And I think that you are highly regarded, and I think there may be jealousy there. So that's where I can expand. You know, that's where I see that there is that kind of envy or even jealousy, okay? I would say people talk well about you. I think that bothers her if they're not doing the same about her. She's very insecure. That seems to be the biggest issue, okay? Is that she seems to be really insecure about where she is in her career. Not so much about what she's doing or how she feels about herself personally, but where she is in her career, okay? So if you think of it that way, you can maybe see where that comes into play, right? So thank you, MR. I'm good, Coco Baby. How are you, my dear? I went to my concert yesterday. I know you guys knew I was going on a boat cruise, and it was for dinner and entertainment. And this guy that performed, he was so good. You know, he sang, played a piano, or what, an organ, whatever, played a piano, and he had accompaniment with a bass player and guitar and stuff. Anyway, the two of them played for 3 hours with one 15-minute break. That's it. Our whole cruise, from the time we left the dock till the time we got back to the dock, they were playing. It was absolutely amazing. Hi, Donna Matrix. It's Donna, yeah, Donna Matrix. I don't know what's going on with these handles that are coming up. Thank you for fixing that, Donna. Okay, so let me see, my dear. I will read for you. Will you and Felix get together in a committed romantic relationship at some point? So please don't be afraid to just jot down your name because these handles are not really working for me. Whatever's going on, I'm not really sure, but Okay, so let me see. So you and Felix. So we have the Three of Swords, Seven of Wands, Eight of Swords, Eight of Wands, the High Priestess, and the Five of Pentacles. Okay. There's something not quite right, okay? I'm going to just say that, just plain and straight, okay? I talk straight. I do feel like there is something off here. So you're either not believing what they're saying, not trusting what they're saying, having some hesitation there, okay? And I feel that that is warranted. So I would move very slowly and I would move very, very carefully. I do not, I don't like this, okay? I don't like the way this relationship is going. I don't like that. I believe that they are controlling. They are manipulating or trying to control the situation in some way, okay? I would be very careful. Moving forward, you need to stand for what you want. You need to stand for what you believe. And you can't take any shit, okay? You can't take any bullshit from them. And you definitely, if they are not willing to move forward the way that you want somebody to move forward with, you're not with the right person, okay? So don't be afraid to move on if that's the case. I just would be very, very careful. I don't see this moving on to a committed relationship easily. I think there's problems here, okay? I guess that's the easiest way to say it. Absolutely. Go ahead and donate, okay? I do check PayPal between readings. And if you want to do a super chat, you're welcome to do a super chat as well, okay? A super chat is a little bit more, only because they charge me more. YouTube charges me 30%. Whatever you pay, they take 30% of that right off the bat. And then everything else goes through where I get it through YouTube, and then they pay me, and then there's charges that's paid on that as well. So you don't get out without all these charges. So yeah. All right. Thank you, my dear. Yeah, I think it makes sense. I try to be very reasonable, you know. Okay, so I felt like we were soulmates, but yes, conflicts. Yeah, just be careful there, okay? Oh, Kay, is that you? Oh my goodness. Kay YouTube 2023. Isn't that weird? Jeez. Okay, Kay, I haven't seen you for a long time. Nice to see you, my dear. Go ahead and ask your question. I've been waking up with extreme thirsty, bad fatigue, feeling weak and jittery. What month do you find your health getting better, normal, and the fatigue gone? Going to doctor soon. Good, because I was going to tell you, you know, this is not an alternative to any kind of medical care, okay? So let's see what the cards say, okay, Kay? But yes, I do want you to go to the doctor, all right? Maybe it's time for some blood work or something. Let's see, okay? I'm just going to move that over here. I don't know if you can still see it, but it's there. All right, that gives me a little bit more space. Okay, so we do have the Tower, 8 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles, King of Swords, Knight of Cups, and the 2 of Swords. Okay, I do think there's an issue. I don't think it's life-threatening, so don't worry, but I do see that there's an issue here, okay? You need to go get a thorough checkup, okay? I think they need to do blood work. I think all that needs to be done. You may have a deficiency in a mineral or a vitamin that is really affecting you, or it could be iron, you know, something like that, that is really, really bogging you down. Now, I don't see this as being life-threatening, but I do see it interfering in your everyday life until it improves. Excuse me. So really, really get on this, okay? I think the longer you wait, you're not going to feel better, all right? I don't see this improving on its own without help, without intervention. So it definitely needs some help. You will be given a couple of options as to what to do. So if it's your iron, maybe you need iron pills or iron supplements, or maybe you need iron infusions. You know what I mean? So there's going to be something. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but you will have a choice as to what you want to do and how you want to do this, okay? But start at the baseline. Been doing blood work. What month? All I can say, I'm going, you know what? Not till August. So I think it'll be at least the first week of August before you start feeling better, all right? So yeah, at least the first week of August, and it could be September, all right? So I just feel there's a lot that's going on. I don't think it's going to improve unless there's some kind of intervention, okay? So yeah, so be careful, okay? I sound like Jennifer Coolidge, and this is a compliment. Well, thank you. I'll have to look her up. Let me write that down. Jennifer Coolidge. I think the name is familiar, but I'm not sure. I'll look it up after, though. Now I'm curious. You know you have low iron? Well, it could be getting worse or something else as well, okay? So there's got to be some changes. It's, like I said, it's not going to fix itself, okay, Kay? There's got to be some intervention. I know for me, because I had the gastric bypass, I take vitamins. They're very expensive. It costs me a lot of money a month. You know, about $70 a month for my vitamins and minerals and all that stuff that I can't get, or that my body doesn't digest the same anymore or absorb the same anymore. So yeah, it's not that I can't eat enough, it's I'm not digesting it properly. So there could be all kinds of things going on, right? Clean too, your diet is rather clean. Well, there's nothing wrong with a clean diet, you know? So there's nothing wrong with that at all, okay, Kay? All right, Pat, is it Pat? All right, let me just refresh PayPal and we'll see. Thank you very much. I got your donation for 3. I'm just gonna call you Pat because it's the first 3 letters there. Oh, okay, Carmia. Carmia? Carmia. I think that's how you say that, right? Carmia. I like it. It's very nice. Carmia. All right. Carmia. Ah, it's very nice. Yeah. You would like to know is if Steve is interested in you. Okay. So we have the Ace of Swords, Eight of Swords, Knight of Pentacles. So there he is right there. Ace of Wands, Two of Wands, and the Nine of Cups. I'm going to say absolutely interested, okay? There's definitely a physical attraction. So there's definitely some passion there. So I would definitely say that. There's also, you know, we do have the Nine of Cups here. So they do have an interest in you emotionally as well. So I'm going to say it's a romantic interest, all right? I could see this turning into something soon. There is something you need to deal with first, though. Something's holding you back here. And I'm not exactly sure what it is, but it's kind of like you were stuck in your last relationship, or you stayed way too long, or there was something there that really held you back. And I believe that you're a little bit worried about getting involved in something else. But I think you can. I think you definitely can do that. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to say a big yes for them interested in you. Hi, Shirley. I thought you were here already. Aw, thank you, my dear. You guys are so sweet today. So your next question, oh, there we go. So what are his feelings toward you in general? And does he have good intentions? Today he kind of threw you off. Okay. So he kind of threw you off. All right, let's have a look, okay? Like I said, I know he has, there's romantic feelings there. So let's see exactly where and how far they go, all right? And there is that attraction. So sometimes men intertwine sexual attraction with caring, right? So you do have to be a little careful there sometimes. So let's have a look. So we have the Nine of Wands, King of Pentacles. Again, we have the Ace of Wands, okay? So, and that's good cards. It's a very good card. But it does talk about that fire, okay? That attraction, that desire, okay? The Knight of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles. Okay. What are his feelings towards you in general? Okay. So I'm going to say his intentions are good. So I don't think that he is lying to you. I don't think he's a player necessarily. You do have to be a little bit cautious because men see things differently, right? It's almost like we talk a different language, especially in the beginning. And he is highly sexually attracted to you. Or he has a very high sex drive, okay? So, you know, or both, right? So I do see that desire, and I do see that he is very interested in that. And I think that you need to be firm with them and don't give him everything he wants right now, okay? You need to take your time a little bit with him. If you do, he may lose interest pretty quick, okay? And it's not lack of feeling, it's lack of challenge or lack of, he just needs to know that you're not going to put up with crap, okay? So he needs to know that he's not in charge, that you guys are both in charge. It's not exclusive, okay? So you both are deciding what happens in the relationship. So even though he cares, I feel like he tries to manipulate a bit. So that's where I see it going. So just be a little bit cautious there. I want you to be the goddess you are. This is one of my favorite Nine of Pentacle cards, tarot cards ever. It's a beautiful card, and it shows that this woman is grounded. This woman knows her worth. This woman is not messing around, okay? You need to make sure that you know your worth and that you are standing strong, okay? You will get the respect that you want. Right now, he's probably playing around with your feelings to see where he stands, okay? So they can be quite manipulating, so just be a little cautious there, okay? Okay, so you have one more question, my dear. Thank you, everybody, for your donations. Thank you, Carmia. So Carmia has one more question, and then we're moving ahead. Okay, guys, so get your donations in now. Let's see. Do you think there will be something good coming out of this? Will there be danger or something to look out for? Okay, let's see what the future holds with this kind of interaction, connection, okay? So we do have the Seven of Pentacles, and again, we have the Ace of Wands, right? So I think you're highly attracted to him as well. Would I be accurate if I say that? And we have the Ace of Pentacles as well. The Sun, you should know that when I get the Sun in the reading, to me, the Sun is the best card in the deck as far as a positive card, okay? I'm going to say there are lots of possibilities here and lots of positive aspects to this connection, all right? I do see it as being very interesting, very fun, very busy, lots going on, and I think that you could move forward in a really good way in this. I will, though, caution you, okay? I don't know that if you don't improve the communication and you're not telling your truth, okay? You got to make sure you're telling your truth. If you don't do that, this relationship will end badly. So speak your truth, be honest to yourself and to him, okay? And expect the same in return. This could go far and it could be awesome. But again, the communication has to be number one because everything else is there, but the communication's waning, all right? So improve that communication, and I think that it could be really, really good. You get it? All right, good. Aw, thank you, my dear. You are very welcome. Okay, let me check the donations here and see how we're doing. All right, so no donations right now. We will kind of take a little pause with that. Coco, you do have some questions if you want that you paid for, if you want to ask one now, you're welcome to. I can pull a couple of oracle cards for you guys. What would you like me to do? I'll leave it up to you guys. Do you want some oracle cards while we're waiting for donations? Or you just want to chit chat? Oh, the young man yesterday on the cruise boat his name is Dylan Locke. Very, very good. Really, really good. He, like I said, he sounds a little bit like Bob Seger. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. I'll post a picture after, okay? I don't think I can do it now. No, I can't because no. I'll probably screw something up, so I'm not even gonna try. But yeah, because they're on my phone. Yeah, it was so fun. So yeah, so do you want me to pull an oracle card? Do you want me to get some oracle cards out and we'll play with those while we're waiting for people to show up? Yes, no, maybe. Oracle cards are free, guys. Yes, okay. Shirley, thank you. All right, so let's use these. I haven't used these in a long time. These are called, um, oh, right here. Liminal Spirits Oracle, okay, by Laura Tempest Zakorf, okay? So it says the magical artwork of the Liminal Spirits Oracle connects you to the wisdom of the witch, so you can tap into the spirit realm and the deeper energies within yourself. This deck can be used as a system of divination, a tool for spellcraft, a means to commune with liminal spirits, and a focus for meditation. Okay? So, all right, Shirley. Yeah, these are free, so if anybody wants one, I read out of the book, and we'll just go. All right? We'll just play with them. All right, so Shirley, so your card is, oh, it's called Fox. Beautiful, eh? It is beautiful. I don't know if you can see that if I just put it like that, but it's kind of far away, but I'm doing my best. I don't know. Okay, so Fox. Let's see if these are in any kind of, there's no number. I haven't used these in so long. Okay, so they have, these cards have like rights, places, trees, herbs, scales, slither, and swim. So those are different animal, like fish and snails and stuff. Then we have wings, fur fauna, and artifacts. So the fox is in the fur fauna. So it's on page 115. So let's see what they say about fox. Okay, so the messages for fox, okay? So this is for you, Shirley. Time to turn up the charm to make things move in your favor. Wit and wisdom applied with a little extra finesse and flash will bring success quickly. Diplomacy, not aggression, is what is needed to handle a tricky situation. Move quickly and with confidence, but also be flexible enough to change tactics at a moment's notice. Heads up, someone is trying to trick you. Use your intuition to dispel the glamour masking the reality, or you might end up losing your tail. So that's interesting. Anybody else want a card? Oh. While I throw them all over the place? You don't need a trickster. No, I guess not. Okay, never seen blue. One for you, my dear. Let's see what we got. We're just waiting for donations, so we're just playing. Okay? Hi, Elaine. Thank you, my dear. So, never seen blue. You have, what is it called? Forest. Okay? So, let's see what the meaning of this forest card is for you. Oops, look. Forest. Forest, page 45. Forest. All right. Things may seem ordinary, but there are mystical forces afoot. Don't dismiss or try to explain things away just because you don't fully understand them. There will be a revelation seen. Light in the forest is often strange, blurring the line between day and night. Is it dusk or is it dawn? Your internal clock may be confused, but if you pay close attention to the zen's of the forest, you will be clued in. Remember that you are part of a community. It is not a sign of weakness to ask for help, but rather a sign of strength. So pay attention to what's around you, and sometimes it's really important to look closely, right? Sometimes we don't see the message, you can't see the forest for the trees, right? So you can't actually appreciate the beauty in front of you through all the mess, right? So you have to really take a different approach sometimes to see clearly. All right. Whew. Yeah, right? Could be either of those, Shirley, right? Huh, interesting. Never been blue. Let me see, my dear. Let me just refresh PayPal. Thank you very much, Samantha. I knew you were here yesterday, day before yesterday, I guess, or yesterday. So go ahead and post your question, my dear. So you have one. You can certainly have one. I'm gonna do this. Aw, 2 months ago. What would he want to tell you? Okay, so these jumped out, okay? So they just fell out. We have the Page of Swords, and we have the Hanged Man, all right? So, see what else we get, all right, my dear? We have the Four of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, and the Three of Wands. First of all, I think he wants you to make sure you're grounded, okay? He wants you to make sure that you're okay with you, that you keep yourself very, very grounded. Don't let things that happen around you dictate what happens to you. Does that make sense? So you want to make sure that you are taking care of you in all the practical ways, okay? Then I see he's also wanting to tell you that he misses you. He cares about you, okay? There was a bond between you guys that it was soft, it was quiet. It was a quiet bond, okay? It was without words. You guys didn't need to share words to know that you cared about each other. You know, it was just that kind of friendship. You just knew. And there was no facades about it. There were no kind of, yeah. He was very exciting, actually. He was an exciting person. He had a lot of vim and vigor. He had a lot of decisions on his plate. So I don't know what happened, but there was lots of decisions on his plate that he was struggling with, okay? So whatever that was, you know, I think it's just a reminder that whatever's going on in our lives is not as important as much as how we live our life, okay? So celebrate, be happy, be grounded. Don't worry about the small stuff, okay? That's what I think he wants you to know. Thank you. Yeah, yeah, I believe it was a soul connection for sure. Thank you, my dear. Hi, Virgo Mama. Thank you, Elaine. Thank you for your super chat. So you are up now, Elaine? Yes, I saw that, my dear. I was just yakking. Alrighty. So, crystal ball, in-depth, general. Okay. So, show me messages for Elaine that she needs to hear about, anything that's very important right now. Alrighty. Oops. Okay. Let me just get the light a little bit better for the crystal ball. Sorry, it's in my face a little bit, but okay. You need to get rid of something, okay, Elaine? There's something that is around or in your home or just around you that you need to get rid of it, dispense of it. It just is not serving you, and it's kind of like weighing you down. So whether you have clutter or whether you have something going on, you need to really get rid of it, okay? It feels like it's just heaviness and weighing you down, whatever that is, okay? Are you going camping or something? I do feel that you will be going somewhere in nature. That's why I suggest it might be camping. I think it's really good. I think it's fun. And I think it's something, it's just interesting. It's just something that you don't normally do, but I think it would be really good. Oh, yes, yesterday? You went camping yesterday? Oh, okay. You just went to the park. Okay, that's good. I think that gave you some breathing room, some breath, some something. You know what I mean? It just gave you something. And I think it was really a positive thing to do, all right? I'm just seeing that your memory is, there's something coming up for you from your past that you're going to remember that's going to kind of excite you. And I think it's kind of like just remembering this will entice you to do something more or different, okay? So pay attention to these little memories. Maybe start to journal a little bit about something, just free journal, right? What, like what excites me about my past that I could apply to my future. Maybe use that wording and see if you can come up with anything, okay? It could be journaling, writing, or pictures, because you're an artist, so you could draw it too, right? Okay, so that's what I see there, my dear. All right, so thank you, Virgo Mama. You will be up next. I'm just going to write that down. And then I'll do your second question, Elaine. Okay, so a general for projects. You want the crystal ball and cards. All right. All righty. I got an old dresser, an old desk, not a dresser, an old desk online a few months ago, and I restained, I sanded it all, restained the top, and restained the fronts of the drawers, and I just finished polyurethane, putting new knobs on it, lining the drawers, and it's a dressing table now. Well, it's like my makeup table now in my bedroom. Oh my God, I love it. I'll have to show you guys it. Okay, so let me see, my dear. We have the Tower. we have the World. What a contrast. Okay? And we have the Chariot. Okay, something is coming for you as far as your projects quickly, okay? An idea, a thought, or somebody coming in and helping you or reminding you, okay? So there's definitely something you need to let go of. Something's not going to work out with one of your projects, okay? And when that happens, just let it go. It doesn't have to be tragic. Just let it go, okay? That's what I see there. Because the next one's going to be fantastic, all right? So I don't know how many projects you've got on the go right now, but one is going to not work out so well. One is going to be very, very successful, and it's going to take off like gangbusters, okay? Whatever this is going to be fabulous. I think that it could really, really catapult you to another area in that same realm of whatever that project is, okay? So this is fantastic. It's almost like I see veins or like rivers or like stuff reaching out, spreading out. That's it. So I see stuff spreading out that is going to become very, very important. So whether you are working with colors or lines and linear stuff, or there's something spreading out, and I feel like it's like, I don't know what you're doing, but it feels like, how could I describe it? It feels like something is like a circle in the middle like this, right? And then there's like veins coming out or rivers coming out, and this side, and colors, and it's just beautiful. But it all starts with that middle idea, and it's not this way, like it's not like this and just like flat like that. It's kind of like 3D. It's kind of like standing up, right? And then you have veins going out left and right, and it just seems to spread, and it's just freaking beautiful, okay? And I think this is, I don't know what it's even going to be when you're done with it, but I think it's the beginning of an idea, and I think it's just you getting really into whatever one of these projects are, and really, really being able to go deep where these ideas are just electrifying, like really, really good, okay? That's how it feels. Does that make sense to you at all? Okay, so why do you see the Ten of Wands up and reversed from your neck? Up. What do you mean by up? Yes, okay, good. So up and reversed, the Ten of Wands. Why do you see the Ten of Wands? Okay. Well, it's all about movement, okay? Wands are all about movement, right? Wands are also all about passion and fire and doing things that you love and taking chances with creative endeavors. It's all about your creativity. And the 10 is about completing something. So one of the projects that you've been working on, or something that you've been trying to figure out, you're going to have a breakthrough, okay? So I believe you will have a breakthrough, and I believe that you will get an answer to whatever it is that was bothering you, that you couldn't get through, that you didn't understand, or you couldn't figure out, okay? It's going to give you a breakthrough. You're going to be so freaking happy. You're going to be really excited about this, okay? And this is going to just make you aware how wonderful you are, and make you aware how talented you are. It's just reaffirming you, and it's going to pull that passion from you and just relight that fire in your belly, okay? So there you go, my dear. Remember to have some fun as well, all right? So make sure that not everything, it has to be serious. Just have fun, and you never know what comes from that, okay, Elaine? So thank you, my dear. Okay, so Virgo Mama, you are up. Is this a basement you are at? No, I'm in my apartment. It could be a collaboration for sure. I'm just reading that now. Okay, so Virgo Mama, was I overthinking it? Or did Jay try to do spell work against you? Okay, Jay, be male or female? I did mention it in February. Okay, well that's good. Female. Okay. Okay, thanks. Thanks, Virgo Mama. Okay, 2 of Wands, the Hanged Man, 4 of Cups, 2 of Cups, Queen of Cups, 8 of Cups. I don't see spell work here, okay? I don't see anything, yeah, no, I don't see anything that is against you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think they're capable of that. Whatever, maybe they can try, but they're just not capable, okay? You are much stronger spiritually, and you are much stronger as a person internally than they ever could be, okay? I would not worry about that at all. I think you're overthinking that, and I think you're not trusting yourself and your abilities enough, okay? Virgo Mama, you are a strong woman, and you know what your core is all about and what can come in and what you allow in, all right? This woman, no, okay? I would not worry about them. They are not strong enough to make any kind of effect on you, okay? You have that spiritual, that self-love, that faith in yourself that's needed to just push through this. So don't worry about that at all, okay? Elaine's still keeping conversation here. Okay, so how to better communicate with my ancestors on my biological dad's side? Okay. How should you better communicate with your ancestors, or how could you? Okay. That's a interesting question. It is very it can be hit and miss sometimes. But again, you have to trust what you believe, right? And what you believe in. Let's have a look at the cards, okay? So the 3 of Swords. You're not trusting your connection with your ancestors from your father's side, okay? You're not trusting that knowledge that you have. You have internal knowledge there that you're not trusting, okay? And I really see that knowledge as being your way to connect. You need to connect out in nature with them, first of all, okay? You're not going to connect in your house. You're just not. Okay, let's say you're not. I'm going to take that back. You could, but it would be much easier if you're outside. Even windows open, doors open, on a balcony, where, I don't know where you live. So even that would help, okay? But try to get outdoors. That connection with your ancestors would be greater and more pronounced outdoors, okay? There's also allowing a masculine energy to come in with that connection. So you have to be willing to invite the masculine energies, okay? So whether they're your own masculine energies or what, you know, your father's masculine energies, whatever that masculine kind of divination energy is, you got to invite it in, okay? So allow that masculine energy in. So if they, you know, if you're worried that somebody's going to take charge, or that, or maybe that's what it, you know, maybe you need to be more masculine in your attempt, okay? So more forceful and more strong and more dominant, okay, in your connection, by, instead of this meaner kind of request, you want to ask very certainly, okay? So instead of instead of saying, I would love to connect with you, please let me know, give me a sign, open up and let me know that you could be there for me, saying, no, I'm here to connect with you. I am here and you can come to me now. You know what I mean? So be a little bit more dominant about it, okay? And then use love though. Make sure it's always with love, and make sure that you're always putting that love in everything you do when it comes to connecting with your ancestors, okay? They are there and they are strong. I believe that there's two in particular that you need to connect with. And one is definitely about love, okay? One is all about love. So that must be a female ancestor. The other one, not so sure, but one is definitely very, very feminine kind of energy around them. And maybe that's because of the age and the generation that they grew up in. They need that little bit of okay by a dominant kind of male energy to say it's okay to come through. It's okay to be there. It's okay, you know? So allow that stuff to happen, okay? Really, really good loving energy here. The 9 and 10 of cups, okay? So you're welcome. So you're very, very welcome, and they want that connection and to hear from you. Okay, Virgo Mama? It's not easy. My mother's side is really strong, and so is my water spirits. They bicker a lot. Yes, I could see that. And that's probably why that male energy, or that masculine energy is necessary to kind of move over from your mother's side to your father's side, right? Because there's a competition there, and the father's side is not going to win over your mother's side. So you need to push that dominance, okay? So just tell your mother's side to take a little bit of a break, you know, be a little bit dominant, okay? Be a little forceful and say, I need to connect with this, and, you know, and it'll be fine. Don't worry, okay, Virgo Mama? Your water spirits, okay? Do your water spirits have a name? Do one of them have a name that starts with C? I'm getting a C, okay? And it's, yeah. It could be a country, it could be a place, but I thought it was a name. Does that mean anything to you? They haven't given you any names yet? Okay. Ask them, okay? Or ask them something about a sea. Okay? And I don't think it's like water sea. I think it's like a sea, you know, like Christine, or, but I don't think it's Christine. Catherine, or, Catherine, Katie, no. Catherine, Cassandra, something like that. Catherine, Cassandra, C-A something, okay? Okay, so any messages that your ancestor spirit team have for you? Okay. So we have the Two of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups again, Angel de Noe. Now this is a special card in this deck, okay? It's a very, very good card. The World, Six of Wands, and the Nine of Wands. Okay, basically, the one thing that I can see is one of the most important things that they are trying to kind of get through to you is that passion within you, that gut wrenching kind of, that gut thing that you need to bring out, okay? You need to really be able to express yourself and really be able to take what it is inside you and bring it out and just really, really create with it. And I believe that this is going to lead you to, I'm going to say, prosperity. So I'm not going to say financial prosperity necessarily, but could be, okay? But definitely working in partnership with your ancestors to create something of value, okay? And I think it's very much a prosperous endeavor, all right? It feels like it is, I wish I knew what it was, because it's going to be fantastic when you figure it out, okay, Virgo Mama? But yeah, this is what the message is. Keep digging deep, keep asking questions, keep trying, keep expressing, keep reaching out, and you are going to pull that, whatever that is, out of you, okay? And it's going to be a wonderful, wonderful kind of partnership with your ancestors and with you today creating something wonderful, okay? So yeah, that's exciting. Bob, what's 808? Hi, Map, 1126. You are very welcome, my dear. What is 808 or Bob? Not sure. Anyway, the donation link is at the top of the stream. Thank you, everybody, for your donations so far. Where were we? I think, was it Coco that asked for a card? Somebody asked for a card. You are so welcome, my dear. You are wonderful. No, I don't follow any kind of doctrine. I'm not Wiccan or anything like that. No, I don't follow a doctrine, but I do my own thing. But you know, I mean, I pay attention to other doctrines. I like to read about it. I like to watch other people utilize what they know, and I take from it what I like, and then I put it into my own practice, right? But yeah, I don't follow anything specific, so if that helps. Okay, so Coco, I'll pull you a card. Oh, let me just check the donation link to make sure I'm not There we go. Of course, PayPal logged me out. All transactions. Okay, we're good. Samantha, you donated for another one, my dear. So go ahead and post your question, and then we'll get to Coco. Oops. Sorry, Coco. I do have one more donation. Okay, my dear? I don't have her question handy, though. Let's see. Samantha, are you there? Never seen blue. Yes, my dear, never seen blue. Go ahead and post your question, okay? I think I might be a little rambly today. Huh. Okay, I'll wait for you while we're waiting for Samantha to come and post her question, okay? So I'll pull one of those liminal spirit cards. Oh, you also got the fox. How is that funny, right? Out of all those cards, that's crazy. Okay, so let me find it because I do not remember. Cat, deer, fox. Alrighty. So, let's see. We are intrigued by the fox's mysteries, which can teach us a great deal, but we must be careful not to find ourselves outfoxed. Through that experience is a lesson in itself. Time to turn up the charm to make things move in your favor. Wit and wisdom applied with a little extra finesse and flash will bring success quickly. Diplomacy, not aggression, is what is needed to handle a tricky situation. Move quickly and with confidence, but also be flexible enough to change tactics at a moment's notice. Heads up, someone is trying to trick you. Use your intuition to dispel the glamour masking the reality, or you might end up losing your tail. Okay, so just watch out what's going on around you, all right? Somebody's trying to outfox you, all right? All right, so there's your question, my dear. Void? No. Would you describe my next long-term partner? For sure. I'm going to do 3 cards, and I'm going to do the crystal ball, okay? That will help. I might be able to get a little bit of some kind of imagery or impression from the crystal ball, okay? That'll help to describe your next long-term partner. So we do have the 5 of Wands, the Fool, and the Ace of Cups. Well, that's interesting right there. All right. So, show me Samantha's some characteristics. Characteristics? Is that what you wanted? Describe. Yes. Help me describe Samantha's next partner. Romantic partner, I assume. Okay. So definitely loving. Kind, loving, willing to love, okay? Definitely willing to put themselves out there for love, all right? Does not like conflict. Definitely avoids conflict at all costs. So you have to be a little bit careful there, okay? Sometimes when people avoid conflict, they don't communicate well. So you want to make sure that you are communicating well enough to recognize and resist and resolve conflict, okay? I also see this person as willing to take risks in their life. So even though they don't like conflict, they do their own thing and they do it well, okay? So they have taken many risks in their life to get them where they are in their life today. I feel they are kind of a little bit bigger than life. I feel like they're sweet, they're innocent, they're just kind of like open to new beginnings. I'm going to say open to new beginnings, especially in love. So they're ready for new love, and they are going to love with all their heart. So if next time you get involved with someone, if you're on the back burner and you don't know how you feel, or you're not sure if you want this to continue and blah, 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 don't lead them on, okay? Just be honest, and because you'll break their heart. They'll be very easy to crush, okay? And that is something you don't want to do. They have a giving, loving, generous spirit, and you don't want to do that, okay? Now, I do believe they'll be very grounded. I'm going to say blue to green eyes. They could be hazel, but I don't think they're brown, okay? I do not believe they have brown eyes. What else can I tell you about them? Attractive, definitely attractive. Definitely easy to look at. Not gorgeous, easy to look at, okay? So they don't necessarily draw attention, but they don't repel anybody either, okay? So I just feel like they're very, I don't know, they're just, I'm going to say kind of the boy next door look, that kind of look, okay? So not rugged, not extremely handsome, but just that kind of boy next door look, okay? That's what I see. So I hope that helps. Thank you, my dear. You're welcome. Hola, Speren. I don't... let's see. It's Hola, Speren. It's donations only. There is a link in the chat. So at the top of the chat, there's a link with the donation for PayPal, or you can use SuperChat. I do that because people were taking advantage of free readings. Now, if you want a yes or no question answered, you could join my membership. And anybody that joins my membership gets a free yes or no question with every live. And the memberships start at $3.99 a month Canadian. Okay? So I don't do free readings, basically. Thank you, my dear. Let me just look at PayPal, see if anything's going on. All right, we're good. Okay, so we've been on, let's see here, how long? 79 minutes, so 80 minutes. All right, so I'll read for you moderators. So I'll read for my moderators. And then if nobody else is there, we'll close things up, okay? So go ahead, Shirley and Coco, post your question. I always read for my moderators. I love my moderators, and I would not be able to do this nearly as well as I feel the lives go without my moderators. They are my heartbeat for my lives. So yeah, I absolutely love my moderators. So And so I read for them on every live, most lives. I'm going to say 99% of my lives. Every once in a while something happens and I've got to get off quick, but that rarely. I don't even know if it's ever happened. Maybe, but yeah. So, all right, ladies. So go ahead and post your question, Shirley and Coco. Okay, you completed your document for the judge requesting to be your mother's guardian conservator because your sister is struggling doing it. What will the outcome be? Okay, absolutely, Kay, you can donate for sure. Your mother has dementia. Okay, I'm sorry that that she has that and that this is hard. Okay, so what will the outcome be? We have the Knight of Cups, Death, Two of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, the Three of Cups, and the Queen of Swords. I do think you will be successful with this changing rules, okay? Changing people. So I'm going to say yes, this will be successful. It's not easy though, okay? So even though I think you'll do a really, really good job, don't be afraid to ask for help. And don't be shy about that, okay? Or don't be afraid to say you don't know about something or that you're not sure what to do about something. Be really, really open to get help, okay? I believe this will be successful and you will take over things, okay? That's what I think, okay, Shirley? So, yeah. I'll take sweet and kind. Yes, very sweet and kind. I know, right? Okay, Kay, thank you so much, my dear. All right, so what is the next big transformation I'll see about myself by the end of this year? That's sad, Shirley. Okay, so we have the King of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, Nine of Cups, Seven of Swords, the Moon, and the Eight of Cups. All right, so, Okay, Kate, I don't know what's going on with you lately because I haven't read for you very much lately at all. I haven't even hardly seen you. But I'm going to say that by the end of the year, there's going to be a relationship that makes you very, very happy, okay? I do believe it's a connection. I don't know if you're even if you're in a relationship right now, but I do see a relationship. And I feel like it's making you happy. It's going to make you feel like you're alive, like you're doing really well. The communication's good. I feel like there's a lot going that's very, very good. But I also see that there's something that you're doubting about this person, that there's this big question, okay? And this question is what's stopping you from moving forward. So I'm going to say you need to either put your detective hat on and find the answer by, I think, asking the right questions, okay? So you need to find the right questions to ask this partner to get rid of all this doubt, okay? That this doubt of being either lied to or deceived, or someone's just not, there's some doubt there that you have, okay? So if you want the result of being very, very happy by the end of the year, when you meet somebody, if you're not in a relationship, or if you are in a relationship, You got to get down to the bottom of this, okay? Once you do, you'll be able to let go of those fears and either walk away from the relationship if you do find out they're lying, or you can jump in full way. Either way, you're going to feel really, really good about it, okay? So either you're going to feel relieved and happy that you're able to just move forward, or you're going to be happy that you finally found out what this itching thing was gnawing at you, okay? And be able to move forward, all right? Does that make sense? I hope you do too, my dear. Thank you. Aw. Yeah. Unfortunately, you can't do anything about other people's behavior, right? Shirley? So yeah. Okay, Coco, let's see, my dear. Okay, Kay, go ahead, my dear. So let me just finish with Kay, Coco, and then I'll get to you, okay? Thanks, Kay. You want me to just continue with that, give you some more depth? You want to know, like, I'm not sure what you're asking, okay? What is this thing you'll find out about the person I date? I know a few options are coming in, and I'm already talking to someone who is more than likely the person you speak of. Will they cheat? Okay. So let's see if we can flesh out a little bit. You know, sometimes the universe needs you to discover it in the right time, right? So sometimes I may not get the answer, you know, because maybe you're not supposed to know yet. Okay, let's see what the snag is going to be about. So we have the Page of Wands, the Empress, the Tower, Ace of Cups, the Knight of Wands, and Temperance. Okay. I don't think they're going to be cheating, okay? So I don't see cheating here. I do see issues about past relationships, about unrequited love. So I do see unrequited love on their part. So they were in love with somebody before, and they were not loved back by that person. That left a scar on them. So maybe that is what it is, and it comes out in funny ways where they're not able to, they haven't been able to deal with it, or they just haven't dealt with it. They seem very, very immature that way, okay? So very, very immature in the way that they show passion, okay? So with intimacy, that is the issue. So there's an intimacy issue with them that is stemming from a past unrequited love, okay? That could cause some major problems. Now, okay, I'm going to take that back. It might not be unrequited love, okay? They may have been hurt in the past. I'm going to say that. So they may have been hurt a lot, seriously hurt, physically and emotionally, okay? by someone. They haven't healed. Okay? That could be it. Not unrequited love, okay? That's what I'm seeing, all right? So, if you want this to work with this person that you're talking to and that you think it could move forward, we've got 3 threes here. So I just pulled 3 threes, okay? So it's all about not doing alone, okay? You two can't do it on your own. There needs to be a counselor, somebody helping you guys through this difficult situation, okay? Now, I don't think it was you. I think it was her, okay? Or, yeah, that's what I think. So there's going to be, you need to go to counseling or you need to deal with this in a big way. But I don't see cheating or wandering eye kind of thing. I don't see that, okay? I see lack of that, if anything, okay? Where it's an intimacy issue. Or maybe they do because they have that intimacy issue, right? This one's a tough one, okay? So let me know how it goes. But they were hurt, like badly hurt. And I believe it was both physical and emotional, okay? Yeah, and it could be, you know, I mean, how many women were raped when they were younger or molested when they were younger? How many times has that happened to the female population, right? And it could destroy someone for their whole life and them not even aware of how much it's destroying them. So something like that, okay? Now, I could be totally wrong, so don't go think that that happened, all right? Because the cards could be totally wrong, or I could be interpreting them wrong. But that's just my gut feeling, okay, Kay? So just be aware of that. I always like to say, ooh, I'm not always right there, okay? Especially when it comes to something so traumatic, okay? So there you go, Kay. Thank you. Alrighty, so, Coco. Let me go back up and read your question, my dear. What is next for you this week that I do not see coming or is unexpected? All right. So we have the Knight of Pentacles, 8 of Wands, Page of Pentacles, 7 of Wands, Death, Page of Swords. Okay, something has to go. Let me just see here. Page of Pentacles. What's going on with your ex, your son's father? Something going on with him, okay? That this week that you're not expecting before, I'm going to say before, like by the weekend, by next weekend, okay? Something you're not expecting. I believe this is going to, what can I say about it? There is a change in their job or change in their situation, okay? Change in their work situation, change in that kind of situation for them, and it is going to affect your son. So I think it's going to, I don't think it's bad. I just think that you're not expecting this. This is going to come out of the blue. So it's not a bad thing at all. And I feel like your son's going to be fine with it. He's actually going to be very happy about it. But I feel like it's going to be a change. So plans might have to change, or situations might have to be altered, okay? But this is going to come up by the end of the week. But it's not bad at all, okay? So there you go, my dear. Thank you, Coco. All right. So, Coco, did you want to use any of your paid questions? You have 4. Yeah, something, okay? And it's going to change something. Or maybe he can't take your son when he said he's going to. He's got to work overtime, or I don't know. There's going to be something, okay? So I'm not sure, but your son's going to be fine with it. Or, you have to change your vacation time or something, okay? It could be, yeah. But I don't know, like, I don't think that would be so important to your son if he gets more money, right? So. Okay, guys, I'm going to close the chat then, okay? So thank you, everybody, and thank you, Coco and Shirley. Love you guys. Have a good day, and I will see you again really, really soon. All right, guys? Bye for now.